I have to admit, I was a little late to the party with Everything Everywhere All at Once. It was a surprise hit in 2022 from the independent film company A24 and directed by Daniels, who'd only directed one other movie, a few short films, and episodes of TV, and the music video Turned Down for What. I suppose one of the benefits of making an indie film is being able to let your imagination run wild, and boy is that the case with Everything Everywhere All at Once. It's a multiversal adventure that's honestly difficult to fit into one genre. It's got comedy, action, and sci-fi, but at the center of it all is a surprisingly emotional family drama. This movie is full of creative and bizarre visuals, fast-paced action, and a level of detail with each universe that makes it extremely rewatchable. It's the kind of movie you could probably watch 10 times and catch something new every time. Everything Everywhere All at Once is a truly weird experience, but in the best kind of way, giving us something unique and unforgettable. I'll be talking about spoilers in this video, so if you haven't seen the movie yet, this is your warning. It starts off by showing us the life of Evelyn Wong, played by Michelle Yeoh, who gives a powerhouse performance. The movie does a great job at introducing us to her character by showing us her daily life. She owns a failing laundromat, is being audited by the IRS, struggles to connect with her husband Waymond, daughter Joy, and father Gong Gong, and fantasizes about the life she could have had. Evelyn had several different dreams of being a singer, a movie star, a chef, etc., but failed at pretty much everything she tried. This later plays into the multiversal rules, which are cleverly explained and laid out throughout the course of the movie. There's no one long exposition dump, but well-paced explanations throughout for how the multiverse in this movie works. Rather than her physical body being transported to other universes and meeting different versions of herself, Evelyn learns that she can access the skills and memories of herself from different timelines. Because our Evelyn failed at so many different things, it gives her an endless arsenal of skills to choose from in other timelines, making her the one who's most equipped to save the multiverse from an evil being named Jobu Tupaki. It's a concept that's both hilarious and well written. Given the rules created by this movie, it actually makes perfect sense why this version of Evelyn would be the chosen one. Many of these rules are explained to her by Alpha Waymond, a version of her husband in another timeline. Waymond is played by Quan, whom 80s kids probably recognize from The Goonies and Temple of Doom. The Alpha version of Waymond takes command and teaches Evelyn about the multiverse, but I want to talk a little bit about Waymond from Evelyn's original timeline. Waymond isn't a big, masculine-looking man, and his demeanor makes him seem meek and passive. Not quite the knight in shining armor that Evelyn daydreams about when getting distracted by a movie at the laundromat. He also shows her divorce papers at the beginning of the movie, making it seem like he's simply giving up on her. But we slowly learn throughout the course of the movie how much love and adoration he has for her in every timeline, even in the one where they don't end up getting married. The only reason he brought up divorce was because he wanted her to be happy and thought divorce might enhance his relationship with her. We learn that his attributes that might seem weak are actually his strengths. There's a couple of occasions where an IRS agent, played by Jamie Lee Curtis, gets ready to drop the hammer on Evelyn. While Evelyn is distracted by another timeline, Waymond manages to talk the IRS agent down both times by appealing to her humanity, and that is his version of strength. Waymond isn't physically imposing, nor is he commanding and intimidating, but he also doesn't lay down and get walked all over. He fights and persists for Evelyn, but in a way that allows him to connect with another person and achieve the result he needs. And my God, that is a powerful message about the true meaning of strength. Waymond went from seeming like a weak side character in Act 1 to becoming the heart and soul of this movie's message, and becoming the one who motivates Evelyn to fight with love and empathy during the final showdown. The next major character I want to talk about is Joy, played by Stephanie Hsu. Joy is Evelyn's teenage daughter and struggles with how her family will respond to meeting her girlfriend. Gong Gong, played by the legendary James Hong, is a very old-school man, and Evelyn tries to hide Joy's sexuality from him. This leads to a rift between mother and daughter, and it's a rift that's pretty similar to the one Evelyn had with her father ever since leaving her home in China to be with Waymond, despite her father's disapproval. The evil entity known as Jobu Tupaki, no, not that Jobu, is revealed to be the alpha version of Joy. When learning about timeline travel, she was pushed too hard by Alpha Evelyn, splintering her mind and giving her the ability to access any universe she wants at any time. Jobu Tupaki's introduction is simultaneously hilarious and terrifying, as she finds the most ridiculous ways to kill people. And as goofy and childish as she's behaving in this scene, it's the unpredictability that makes her so scary. There's literally no limit to what she can do. Her introduction scene almost reminded me of a darker, more violent version of The Mask. The creativity of this film is unparalleled, and it's mind-blowing that a movie with visuals this good only had a budget of $14 million. I would love to have been in the writer's room just to see how the hell they came up with such bizarre and hilarious ideas. There's one universe where everyone has hot dogs for fingers, and there's another joke when Evelyn tries to compare her abilities to Ratatouille but pronounces it as Ratkakuni. Seems like a throwaway joke at first, but then we see a timeline where a chef literally has a raccoon controlling him from his hat, just like in the Pixar movie. This was one of the many moments that had me in stitches, and in disbelief at what I was watching. The supporting cast is also fantastic. James Hong, Jamie Lee Curtis, and Jenny Slate all have great and memorable moments. Jamie Lee Curtis specifically ends up playing a bigger and more emotional role in the story than we initially realize. Everything Everywhere All at Once is by far one of the weirdest movies I've ever watched, but in this case, I mean that as a compliment. It gave me a truly unique and unforgettable experience, and I commend the filmmakers for being able to bring heartfelt messages about family, strength, and love amidst all the chaos. What did you think of this movie, and what was your favorite part? Please like and subscribe if you enjoy my content. Thanks for watching, and I hope you all have a good one.